incredibly annoying. I'm going to have to probably just get a brand new build, a brand new machine, a brand new everything.
Well, what's the deal on your machine? Is it
I
an older
can't.
box?
God, I'm lost it again. It can't handle running the game and running the broadcast.
Okay, well, no sweat, man. Yeah, okay, there's my controller.
I don't even understand why. That doesn't make any sense.
This works. Yeah, you might have to keep an eye on chat, though, because I'll have to be viewing the live window. Let's see. All right. Let me get back in here. I'm just going to log back into Twitch first, and then I will boot up the game and try sharing the window. All right.
Well, I'm going to just try to quit. I'm going to try quitting the game and then running it in a. I'm going to try running it in a much better graphics environment. I'm going to try like turning down some of the settings, graphics quality.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, we're showing people functionality, not necessarily high frame rate eye candy anyway. It's all good.
Let's see if that does it. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, gang. Just another Gong show. You guys are used to all this by now. For crying out loud.
Please don't go anywhere. We got one of the best builds ever to show you guys today. Let's see if I'm in Twitch. I am. Wow, as my actual. All right. Oh, Eric, you broadcasting?
Yep, I'm back. Let me see.
Looking good to me. I won't boot up the game until you crash again.
Well, as I said, I'm sure that's only far away here. Let me. Well, I guess we got enough viewers here. All right. So, what card am I using? I've got I've got like an old NVIDIA card. I don't think it's that old. All right. I guess we could jump right in and show them some of the new stuff. Let me see if I can even turn it into a triple threat.
Why don't we go to edit mode first and show them the new cool little feature we're working on there?
I'm not so sure I know what that new feature is.
Well, unless I'm mistaken, we can actually go now and save snapshots of the created wrestler to use in the roster menu.
Okay, so let me get in here and see. Vicious. Take snapshot. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
So how do you... Okay, so it's just a matter of... oh, you can rotate them around. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's kind of neat.
Okay, so if I wanted to do like kind of a profile of it. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see if then...
But then I don't know what to do with it. Like I didn't get enough info from Robert, our programmer, on how to then access a snapshot to put on the main menu. I'm not sure if this has to be done manually yet, just like a mod or something. But at least we have the ability now to do this, because I think I took a snapshot and it showed up on the roster.
All right, so okay, since we got enough people here in chat, you guys can hold on to your hats here. Okay, so yeah, the new snapshot does not save out, but that's okay.
Wait, it saves a directory because I did find it there, so I know it's in the streaming assets. So
Grasshopper, Tyrador, and you said Grimhold was one of the ones we wanted to try. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know if the audio is going to come through or not.
I don't think it does on my end. I've never heard audio during our Twitch anyway.
Okay, we'll have to see if we can figure out a way to broadcast that. Otherwise, the visual itself is intense enough. So let's we've kind of got like a new loading screen here.
Agron wants to know if did we see the SmackDown Women's titles replica of the Raw Women's title?
Pro Wrestling.
I actually don't know much about the new title belts.
This match scheduled for one fall.
Oh, look at that new
We
loading screen.
need the audio. We need the audio.
I agree, man, but I don't know how to broadcast it.
Introducing first.
This sounds every bit as good as it looks.
Yeah, it's good. We've got, I wish you guys could see or hear the announcers announcing the match time and match type.
Yeah, this does not do this justice. The audio. Look at Chad. Chad's going nuts. What do y'all
A
think?
word about these. These are our first attempt. Oh, look at that animated arena. I love that shot, man. We are reusing the only animations we have for taunts, which we don't have a lot, so you're going to see each wrestler pretty much do the same entrance until we
And
get to
the opponent.
But it's functioning. It's working.
Well, they're randomized. They do different things. This one's got the firework. Wow, look at that. This is the weird German.
Is this the fire tornado?
Everybody's going nuts. Nope, this is the fireworks. This is the fireworks. Yeah, because Robert's got the particle systems going.
Yeah. This is going to make for some cool screenshots. Although,
Look at the chat. They're blowing up.
man, we got to take a screenshot in the chat.
So that was, so this is Grimhold. Is he
Okay.
coming out to total darkness? Oh, look at the, here's Tornado.
We're still looking at Tyranor. This is good.
And the opponent.
Alright, I like how the wrestlers stay in the corner. You guys can move. That is so virtual for wrestling. Alright, fire tornado. I love this part. Yeah. Okay, I gotta take a screenshot. The chat. Wow. Oh, he's in the ring here? Yeah, when he's in the ring at the end of his entrance, it's pretty epic, you guys. Wait for this, for the stream to catch up. Whoosh. That is awesome. Gotta suspend disbelief a bit there for that one, but that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
So yeah, video game wrap up. I think that's Louis.
That you know
There-
him. That's I can't remember his it's Law, Chris Law, I think. Or sorry, yeah, from the radio show.
We scrolling Pro Wrestling X banners. You see, those are just tests. That's placeholder stuff. You know, obviously we want to give you guys access to everything you see on the screen, so you can, you know, add your own signage and animated stuff to the levels. It'll be awesome.
And we crashed again.
Oh.
Damn it! All right. Okay, I think we're back now. Yeah, I think my system just cannot. It's not doing well with all this stuff. I'm going to have to go and re-optimize all this stuff. At one time, I had kind of the settings and everything's. It's not frame rates. Frame rates are doing all right. I think the new build grinds a lot more CPU, and it makes sense. I mean, it makes total sense.
Yeah, especially if you got like I would assume adding another guy to the match.
I think it's
harder.
I think it's the Titantrons. I'm sure there's other things going on. Like I said, this is mostly, like I said, I think it's going to be on my end. It's just bad RAM usage on my end, but that's all right. I think we were able to pull off the entrances.
Yeah,
Dave, you
exactly.
promised them that tonight the new build was going to be on Steam. You
I
know that,
did.
right?
Well, we talked about it and we thought we were shooting for tonight to have it done, right? So
I never gave you a date.
okay.
Well,
I'm back,
it
guys.
should be. We're gonna kind of do some bug testing here tonight, and it looks like I should be able to get that thing up and running up on Steam by tomorrow at some point.
And then we're going to do a quick update of the update, because this thing does have a few things. We want to swap out some minor stuff, like some of the older crowd signs. Time to refresh that. I know it's minor, but we should still do it, you know. I think there's a few other things. Some of the menu art we were ready to upgrade, I think, on the loading screens, and stuff like that. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the chat questions here and try to catch up. Pain22, can we moonsault off the apron and guardrail? Not yet, but you will. You will be able to, man. Let's see here. People are liking the new character select screen. I dig it, man. Heaven Spawn says, I wish I could buy the game again. I wish you could too. But you know what? We're actually talking. Well, you know what? I won't bring that up today. But we do appreciate everyone wanting to throw more money at the crew for the work they're doing. I know you're probably feeling guilty that you only paid $9.99 for this experience. Oh, let's see here, man. Yeah, video game wrap-up, like scrolling Pro Wrestling X, as we said. Hopefully we can give you access to all the art and you can change it. People are liking the pyro music, saying it seems like a different game. It does, you know what? I was always one of those guys who's like, oh, screw entrances, I skip them anyway. You know, spend your resources on the gameplay. But I have to admit, I marked out hard for entrances. You know, like, and I know they're kind of clunky with the animations we're using, but yeah, it felt like Pro Wrestling X went to the next level just by adding entrances, right?
Yeah, well, I can tell you from firsthand experience, when I booted up the game and saw those entrances, I completely lost it. I said, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to like feed the game audio into the chat. And so far, I have not figured out a way to do that.
Well, you know, part of the problem is I've got the volume turned down on the stream because you and I are on Skype and the lag would be ridiculous.
Let me see.
Yeah. Some more questions. You guys went from ECW Hardcore Revolution to No Mercy. Well, not quite a No Mercy. I'd say we're probably getting close to World Tour, though.
We're slowly getting there. We really are. We're trying really hard.
Actually, I think I posted this to the crew earlier today. One of our customers just left like the most glowing review you could possibly get of the game. The line was, I see the potential for this to clearly become the next No Mercy, and that just gives you goosebumps to think.
That makes you feel real good. That makes you feel real good.
We're a bunch of jackasses working remotely, and people are getting vibes of a game that was built, you know, with a couple $1 million and a crew of like 50 people. So that feels good to know that we're capturing that feel, you know, like that the spirit of that gameplay. That's what we set out to do. So, yay. I could not be happier than that, man. You guys said on Twitter it would be up on Tuesday. Nope, that was me saying.
You sent the newsletter, I believe.
In the newsletter, yeah, I said, well, that was my mistake. Fuck, I feel like a schmuck now. Yeah, we were talking, and I thought we agreed to have Steam ready to roll on this, but sorry, man. Eric said he's gonna crank it out and get it up tomorrow for y'all.
I said it's in really good shape. I feel pretty good, but there's a little bit. There's a lot to do when you push a build to Steam. It's not just like, oh, you just drag and drop a new file onto the FTP server and it all works magically. You got to compose all the release notes. You got to, get a bunch of the tools going, and there's a little bit of a process. It's not bad. Yeah. But it does take a little bit of time to do so. So, and sometimes when I hit 10 o'clock at night, the brain don't work no more. So.
It's all good, man. Pain, when we Irish whip a guy into the corner, why doesn't he snap to the corner? He just bounces back like you haven't done anything. He does? That's a glitch then, because he's supposed to stay in the corner.
Usually sometimes he'll block it. I've done that before.
I get what you mean. Can you try it for me, man?
Let me see. Well, every time I try to get into the game, it crashes the screen. But we'll try it.
Well, don't crash the stream. Maybe yeah. Dude, if that's happening, then we got to take a look at that. Yeah, usually. I mean, then again, I'm usually playing one-on-one matches. It might be a bug with triple threats or fatal four-ways or something.
No, I think it's. Yeah, we're crashing hard. Yeah, every time I switch over to the game to try to play it. That's why it's better to just kind of sit in the background.
All right. Well, let the AI add it then, man. Are we still streaming though?
Yep, I think we're back. We were crashing pretty good.
Did you guys improve the crowd? We added to the crowd when the camera swings around. Like if you had camera cuts on, you would see that we added kind of like your standard Aki No Mercy kind of level. If you go back a bit, you'll see some animated 2D sprites of the crowd, and then just a flat kind of texture high up in the rafters. So this is all like some placeholder stuff until we can afford to spend more time and resources on making the crowd look sexier. Right now, not too much of a priority. Just happy the seats are filled.
Right.
I mean, you got stuff. We got a lighting rig up top that looks cool during entrances, and yeah, we'll work on some sexy camera cuts too to take advantage of everything that's there that you can't see from the standard camera angle.
I'm going to see if I can try to go to a 2-player match if that improves.
Okay.
Some of the
I'll
stuff
answer some
here.
more questions here. Zeron, will entrances remain random or each character have their own? No, obviously we want to give you guys the ability to assign, your taunts and pyro and lighting or whatever to specific wrestlers for those venues. So right now, like I said, this is thrown in to just get it functional and working. And next step is to circle back and, polish it up. Let's see here. Cool. Heaven Spawn's liking all the stuff we added. That's awesome. Video game wrap-up is proud of you guys. Oh, thanks. I'm proud of you guys for not walking out on us all the years ago and giving us a chance to
scheduled
get
for
this
one fall. With a 15
it would be nice to use the power bomb animation to use it for someone over the ring. Yes.
Introducing first.
Are we seeing cage matches tonight? Nope. Robert's actually probably working on it right now as we speak. We just got all the animations on our export yesterday and completed, and there was a bug found with one of the animations needed to be exported. But I think we've got everything we need as of yesterday. Working on that. So yeah, we'll be seeing some cage stuff quick because Robert is really excited to be able to work on it. So I'm sure he's going to have something for us to look at. Can't wait for the Tree of Woe. Oh, I know. That's one of my favorite things to do in the Mercy is put the guy in the Tree of Woe and do that baseball slide kick to the head. Got to be done, man. Brainbuster animation looks more brutal. Good animations. Yeah, I love our animations, man. And that's one of the things, when you read reviews of Pro Wrestling X on Steam or whatever, people will mention the relatively small amount of moves and animations, and that's because we've got one lead artist responsible for all of the 3D art. He's also the lead animator, and animations, good animations, hand-done animations take time, and I would much rather take the time and have really good animations trickling in than outsource it to some place that does them for $10 and get a bunch of crap, So, yeah, it's wrestling action. It's fine wine. It takes a while. It ages well. Let's see here. Robert the Legend. I'm going to agree with you, man. I'm going to put him over again and really try to do it without, disparaging anyone else. But the fact of the matter is, if you've been with Pro Wrestling X for any amount of time, you've seen the different versions of the game we put out. You've seen how fast progress has been with other teams, and you can clearly see the difference it makes when your team of leads, your art, and especially programming are huge pro wrestling game fans themselves. It's so much easier to work with people who don't need everything explained to them because they understand wrestling. They understand wrestling games. So Robert is cranking on this because he is as intimately familiar with wrestling game mechanics as anyone here tonight on Twitch and in the chat room. So I have to say, over the years, working with different people and hiring and evaluating different people to bring onto the project, I will take one guy whose hobby is making wrestling games and is a nerd about it. I will take that guy over someone who has been a lead programmer on Call of Duty or World of Warcraft, because honestly, wrestling games are their own beast, and to do them well, you got to know the genre, and being good at something else doesn't make you good at making wrestling games. Just like if you had a blues band, you wouldn't hire the world's greatest classical guitar player. He might be technically good at what he does, but what he does isn't what you do. So right now, I think Eric would agree with me. This is the most wrestling game nerd crew we've ever had, and it shows,
Dude, this is... Have you looked at this crowd?
Yeah. I hope it's not No Mercy's crowd.
Well,
'Cause-
I'm trying to, like, I don't know where, I'm probably shouldn't ask, like, where he got any of this stuff, but it looks, I mean, look, this arena looks great.
This might be some of the placeholder art he was talking about for various purposes. We might need to replace.
He's got some new signs in here. I'm next. You know, even spelled like a wrestling fan would. They misspelled it without an apostrophe.
Zeron.
Hey, we got to acknowledge Zeron's fan art that he sent us.
Oh yeah. I haven't showed that to anybody yet because we might be planning something nice for Zeron, but that's all the hints he's getting. I'm gonna mark when Raven Evenflow DDT from Revenge. Yeah, I'd like to see that too, man. Heaven Spawn, could you guys allow us to make our own crowd signs? Yes, give us a little time to make sure we can.
Well, you already can put your own signs in there.
In the crowd next to the stage, you can already access the crowd signs. Look at your Pro Wrestling X directory and look for a folder called Streaming Assets. You'll find the crowd signs. All you have to do is replace them with your own crowd signs, give them the same names as the ones in the game. You got to overwrite them, but no big deal. Just if you like the ones that are in the game, just save them out somewhere and just swap in your own.
Amazing.
Um,
I mean, look at these views. I can't believe how much work he must have done to do this.
I know.
Because this is not Mr. Wrestling number 5's handiwork. This is all.
This is all programmer
Dude,
art.
look at the lighting rig with the speakers.
I think Mr. Wrestling 5 did that.
He might have done this.
Yeah.
This looks like Mr. Wrestling 5's work for sure. That looks tight.
Speaking of, Zeron says the loading screen looks sexy. Eric, why don't you tell him what's cool about loading screens?
You threw me for a loop there. I don't know. It's randomized. It's pulling from a random pre-rendered image that's sitting in one of the directories.
So you have access to that, so you guys can go and swap in your own loading screens if you want to take screenshots of the game or concept art of your characters or whatever the hell you want to do. You know, if you want to make your own eFed logos and stuff.
People are doing. We do have a YouTube channel already of people doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could experiment with whipping up some concept matchup screens or whatever you wanted to do for loading screens, right? So easy enough to get in there and play with that, man. So that's pretty cool. Each guy have their own ref entrance. Yes, right now, if you relate to the chat, these are just test entrances. They're kind of randomized right now just to see what works and what functions. We have a very shortage of taunt animations, so every wrestler pretty much does the same taunts on the way to the ring. So we've got more resources. We'll do some more animations and buff them out. But yeah, eventually everyone's going to have their own entrance for sure.
The computer is going to go get himself a weapon.
Yes, one of the new additions now.
Look at that! All right, fine. You got to throw down? All right, son.
Everybody probably noticed that AI never went for weapons, but now we've improved. I say we. Robert has improved it, so the AI will now interact with weapons. So you could get a pretty nasty kendo stick beaten if you're not careful now. Let's see here. Can we get the gray Undead Bouillot look? We are going to be experimenting with different render styles. If you remember Uprising, you could play the game in black and white or toon shaded mode, and we're going to experiment with that again here with this new engine. So hold on tight. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to have those kind of filters for rendering. Let's see here.
The computer would pick up the weapon again.
Ralph said closer fans need to be more crowded. Looks a bit empty. Yeah.
It's TNA attendance mode.
Boo. But yeah, you're right. What about an empty arena match? Boy, that would be easy enough to do, eh?
Boy, somebody took a picture of, I guess, for some reason, SmackDown ran a house show versus Raw last night, and there was like nobody there.
Jesus, no kidding.
I was like, really? Wow. All right, I want to see if I can do some more stunt stuff with the weapons like I did last time. It's been a little while since I've done hardcore mode. Oh, the weapons bounce. The weapons bounce when you when you do like an impact move.
That's nice. Yeah, that match it. Oh, I like the way they just get. Nah, that looks good. That looks really good. I just saw that happen. Right on, man. Area with the speakers. I feel like jumping from it onto the opponent. That's ironic you should say that because our programmer mentioned the exact same thing. So expect him to work that Easter egg in somehow. Can we download music to the game? Not yet. We haven't got the music directory open, but that's one of our pretty near-term goals is to let you access the audio files, so you can go nuts with that too. Yeah, Xeron again says it looks like a completely new game. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this will be up and running by tomorrow, like on Steam.
What's funny is that you can play Pro Wrestling X. It's been updated almost monthly for the last year, and
Not monthly, maybe every 2 months.
And still on Facebook, someone came in and said it's vaporware. It's like,
well, but that's just what they do now. I mean, that's just.
I don't think that means what they think it means.
Big move.
What's going on here?
Oh, just I'm pulling out some of the greatest hits. I don't do a lot of the moonsaults off the ropes anymore, and it's so much fun.
Moonsault off the ropes and bloodied him up. Yeah,
yep, that's a good combo.
That was good. I never go for back moves. I should, because we got some pretty sick German suplex and MMA takedown kind of stuff.
Yeah, I got the MMA takedown. Then you got the dragon. I believe it's the dragon suplex, isn't it?
German suplex, I believe. German release suplex? Yeah, it's a German release. Yeah.
Is it?
Pretty sure, yeah. Heaven Spawn says this is worse.
No, it's Dragon. It's Dragon. He's got the full Nelson going. You'll see it in a sec.
Okay.
Unless there's another release German that I don't know about.
Payne would like the suplex from the turnbuckle onto the ramp and have a Taz and Bam Bam incident.
Hell yeah.
That would be sick. Yeah, I'd like to see that too. We need a Bigfoot costume in the game. Why?
Nope. Hey, we have had enough Weird Request with like hair and all these other things. I mean, why not?
Yeah, really. Can you put ladies' shoes in the game?
Hey, man, I ain't judging those furries, man. If they want a Bigfoot costume, man, God bless them.
It's all good. Man, you are just killing this guy.
Well, I'm cheating tonight because I'm actually playing. The computer. That is the first time the computer has hit me over the head with a weapon.
How tall is the blue cage?
Oh.
I have no idea, but we did it to.
Now, if you believe Gorilla Monsoon style, it's going to be like 25 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, my God. I can't. Okay, the computer is a jerk when he's got the weapon. Oh, and he even goes for the ground. Dang, yo.
Beats you when you're down, eh?
He sure does.
Can the Brainbuster animation be tweaked for turnbuckle use?
I was thinking like a Kevin Owens or.
I don't know, because the way you set up corner moves, it would definitely need. You'd
have to do some kind of like a superplex, like get the superplex thing going.
Yeah. I mean, we do try to recycle and reuse as much movement as we can, just to save time. But yeah. Okay, I am going to go take a look at our programmer notes and make sure I'm not forgetting any of the cool stuff he's added.
God, I'm blown away by this arena. This looks fantastic.
All right, let's see.
I've kind of got some Googling going on. I'm trying to figure out how to broadcast the game audio.
Well, I'll run through a few things here. So he's added sound effects and to the dropkick reversal to give it more impact, because people said you need more impact. Now, when you win a first blood match, well, first of all, there's a first blood match in the game now, and when you win it,
First blood was in.
Yeah, but now when you win it, we've got this really cool professional announcer voice, going first blood. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah. We actually, since before Uprising, Daryl Morley, if you're still around, buddy, I got to give you a shout out again. He is I believe he was a radio announcer. He was a sports announcer, And back in the early days, he was like, "Can I please donate some announcer audio? I've got my own little studio. I can do some stuff for you. What do you need?" Right? So all the announcer audio that you hear, I wish you guys could hear the entrances, because he's like, "This match is scheduled for 15." It sounds really neat, man. And he's got a great voice for wrestling announcing. So we've added that, some announcing audio. There was a standing on the apron freezing glitch that has been fixed. Of course, the CPU can grab weapons now, so that is right on. You've seen the snapshot mode added to create a wrestler. And he says here, it saves a thumbnail of your CAW edit to be seen in the character select screen. The thumbnail's images are located in Streaming Assets, Character Snapshots folder. So yeah, it does. It's added in there, so that's cool. Added the new loading screens. You guys have seen that as we go from place to place. It's randomly generated, and it pulls from Streaming Assets the loading screens. Plainly enough, you can replace them with your own if you want. Just use the same name as the file that already exists. So have some fun with that, man. Now, you've already seen entrances, so I'll just read the programming notes about that. Added full-blown entrances with taunts, pyro, camera angles, lighting effects, and even the announcer voice, which is cool. Was going for a WCW Revenge WrestleMania 2000 approach for the effect and camera work, and we think it turned out pretty well. I have to agree.
God, yeah.
Due to how limited we are on taunts in the game, had no other choice but to use the same taunting for each character. But from what was created, I think it's pretty good, and now it gives us a foundation when entrances become a priority again to develop art for. Also, if you want to skip the intros, you can do so by pressing Start, Enter, or the A button. So that's cool. Added announcer voices to entrances. The voiceover, he's just saying where he got them and made sure he owned them, and yes, that is true. Added the full arena that he's been working on a while back to give the game full of fans and the lighting rig. It looks cool having the full-size area jam-packed with fans. The artwork is pretty much placeholder stuff until we improve upon them, but for now I wanted to include it because I wanted a different feel and give the game some depth. The scrolling banners and all are functional. And then he says, imagine going up on that lighting rig and performing a sick dive. Oh yeah, I'd like to see that. The Trons on stage now display the action in the ring by rendering the main camera. All right. That's a lot of stuff added, but you know what? We're not done yet. And once you see the end of a match, you'll see something new.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Eric marked out. Yeah, Eric marked out for this big too. So.
They'll mark out. I'll mark out too. Let me.
All right.
We need a way to turn the guy over and be able to pin him. That drives me nuts. I have to always.
Yep. That's a 1.0 requirement, I think, man. What's the next planned weapon? I don't think we have a next planned weapon. Yeah, I think we stop with weapons for now. I think we need to pay respect to the Canadian heritage of the game and add a hockey stick. That's what I think.
Or a baseball bat. There we go. All right, stand by. Watch, check this out.
Okay. Oh, match is over? All right, watch this stuff, guys. Dun, dun, dun. 1, 2.
There we go. Yep.
Check this out.
Yeah, we'll see if. Wait for the reaction.
Oh, what's this? Game over? What's going on? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun to see if people can get the.
Oh boy. Yeah, just leave it on this screen, man. This is awesome. So what you're seeing now is we've added the functionality to start tracking points. It's really basic right now, but you can imagine once we start getting into like Fire Pro levels of depth, there's no limit to how far we can build out on stats and saving stats.
Yep.
And, oh yeah.
Well, because I'm trying to figure out, because I'm trying to figure out like how he's doing the scoring system, because it's like it doesn't, like I didn't do 280 grapples. So no, I wonder if he's assigning like a point system to each one of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably for now he's probably just 5-10 points for everything,
okay.
just to see if the system works. But now we're going to need all the stat geeks in our fan base to help us really come up with a stat system that everybody thinks is awesome.
Well, I'm going to work on that. That's one of the things I really want to dive into is doing stats.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see if I can bump it up. And I was trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to show off here.
That ends our list.
Let me see. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to see if I can do, if I can feed the game audio through the,
I don't know why you couldn't just, yeah.
well, it's you can kind of assign. Hey, the screenshot tool did work.
Nice. What's the update on Old Blue? How are the animations coming along? Yep, the animations are all done and exported, and Robert is now working on coding cage functionality. So that's probably going to be the next, oh my god, mark out moment we have for you.
Welcome to Pro Wrestling.
I'm going to skip the entrances real quick. I want to see if
This match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit.
it's supposed to let me skip. There we
Yep,
go.
I skipped. Yeah, I was able to skip matches. And
I'm going to try this because it may send the whole thing tumbling down here, but we're going to see how it works. All right, so I'm going to first turn on the crowd sound effects, and then we're going to try to test to see if people can hear that coming through.
People are wondering about the version numbers. It's a little bit convoluted. We are calling 1.0 when we reach all of our Kickstarter promises.
No, that's not true.
Oh, well, we internally we're calling it Kickstarter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
1.0.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When you say 1.0, yes.
So we're calling it like Kickstarter 1.0. And now that's not necessarily what we're going to use to get out of early access. You know, we want to build the game out, obviously, a lot bigger to leave early access. And for lack of a better term, we call that, Steam 1.0. But it's really kind of irrelevant. You know why? Because version numbers, they don't mean a lot significantly, because we're never going to stop updating and adding to this. We're not going to slow down with updates when we leave early access. If anything, we'll have some resources to speed up updates, because there's never going to be a limit to how much you can add to a wrestling game. There's always going to be new moves, new match types, new venues, whatever. Like Pro Wrestling X, we used to joke that Pro Wrestling X was never going to be done, but now I think it's a matter of pride to be able to say this game will never be done. We're never going to stop making it bigger.
Hey, okay, so you guys can hear the crowd noise right now? Can you guys hear that? Let me see if I can hop on the stream here. I want to see if I can, because if you guys can hear the crowd noise.
I can hear the crowd noise.
Yeah, well, shit, then okay, let me see if we can try to get the entrances going here. I just need to confirm it for myself, Graham. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to try this. All right, we're going to try this over again, and we're going to see if the audio can come through. I heard the announcer. Okay, so exhibition. What the hell? We'll do a four-way. First blood. Sure. That. And we'll kick these guys.
Hey, Handlebar.
All right, so let's see if this actually comes through. That.
So I think Grimhold always gets that cool fire entrance. I think.
That's what I'm trying to test right now. I'm trying to test
okay,
to see if.
We have to optimize music too. We use some music that we had done for the game, but the volume levels need to be tweaked.
Welcome to Pro Wrestling X. This match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, And the opponent. And the opponent.
Yeah, the interest is kind of wear off after you've seen the same pyro music. But yeah,
what's that German shit? That cracks me up. Dude, I don't know where he came up with that. God, cracks me
actually,
up.
he told me the guy who made the music is his neighbor. Actually, I think it's Spanish. I think. Or no, he told me it's. I think it's a Native American language or something. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, so he's got the guy in there singing.
All right, so I gotta.
Whew, okay, we got some questions. I've got about 10 more minutes. Let's see.
Same here. Same here. We're doing good tonight. We got about, well, we'll get to an hour, 10 more minutes. I'm going to let this kind of roll and just kind of see if, see how long the stream holds up here. But that was cool. I'm glad. I don't know why all of a sudden it started working. Oh, look at it in the foil. Oh my God, they're all grabbing weapons.
Oh Jesus, EC dub.
But they haven't figured out how to bring him into the ring yet. Oh my God, this is great. Okay, sorry, I'm losing my shit. The guys are fighting all over the arena. I did the 4-way elimination like we did last time.
Yeah.
And it's the first blood, so the match ought to go pretty quick. But the guys haven't figured out how to bring the weapons into the ring yet. Oh, that was fun.
I think if they walk.
Oh, I'm eliminated.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Well, that's exactly what. Oh no, it's not elimination rules. Okay, but they can see the screen. They can see the. They can see the scoreboard again. All right, I'll do an elimination match this time. Look at that. All right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we got any questions here? Getting a bit of a Legends of Wrestling vibe with the new entrance system as well as old school Aki. Yeah, Aki's what we're going for.
There will be more poses. Yes, there are definitely going to be more. There's going to be more.
Yeah, we have to add to it. Right now, it's make it work, then make it pretty, and add more stuff, more content, right? Let's see here. Can't wait to take screenshots of all that. Yeah, no kidding, man. My favorite screenshot to take so far is when the camera swings behind the wrestler's back and you see the other side of the arena with the wrestler's kind of silhouette, you know? Oh, man, it looks sweet. Yep. Anyone remember Legends of Wrestling? I love it. I've got all the Legends of Wrestling games, man. They're awesome. Actually, one of the artists on Legends of Wrestling was one of our very first artists on Pro Wrestling X, and she did the first models of Tyrador.
Pro Wrestling.
So we got a little connection there. It's cool.
This match
scheduled
here for one fall with a 15.
Imagine how much more badass it's going to be when we have different lighting effects. I know, right?
Well, one of the things I'd like to kind of throw in there is if we're able to like randomize the color of the fireworks or do something just to kind of make them all different, or to be able to select that kind of stuff. I mean, that's asking, you know.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
You know.
I'm hoping it's a matter of just dropping some cash on some pyro and like whatever firework assets so we can buff it out.
I don't think what he's got is bad. I really don't. I think
it fits the old school vibe. It fits the old school vibe of the game, right? You know.
Yes, you can skip entrances because I just did. It's just you just hit the A button and the first chunk of audio kind of plays, but then you can get right to the action.
Man, here's a great quote to put right on top of our Steam page. Pro Wrestling X is already the best wrestling game ever. It's not even done.
I like that. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I like that one. Thanks, Alex. 2 questions. Will we be able to interfere during opponent's entrance? That's something we'd like to eventually be able to allow you to do, as long as we can balance it and not make it spammy or, obnoxious. Absolutely. Will we be able to take screenshots during entrances with screenshot mode? You can't yet. You got to go old-fashioned print screen or whatever. But yeah, I'd like you to be able to, because
the screenshot mode. You're right. Yep.
Yeah. Because
we got a lot of viewers here tonight.
That's the perfect opportunity for screenshot mode as entrances, man.
Hey, Grown, no indie wrestlers in the game yet. We're we're not there yet. We're now it's all original characters.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Spike says you can make 80 sounding wrestling themes. Yeah, as soon as we give you guys access to the audio folders and whatnot for modding, there's no reason you can't start collecting your own jukebox full of audio to assign the wrestlers.
Is the update out yet? It should be. If I get my button gear tomorrow, I should be able to upload all this to Steam tomorrow. I want to confirm a couple of things. I want to make sure we own that crowd. Just little things, but I think in terms of the functionality, I haven't crashed yet, and I didn't notice no elimination.
I haven't crashed it either, man. Zeron wonders what's behind the curtain. Nothing.
Nothing yet.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Handlebar. We'll see if. Yeah, that's about. You know what? I'm not even gonna comment. His latest. Yeah.
Ralph agrees with me, man. You can see the other guys waiting in the ring, like small details like that during entrances. I totally agree, man. Totally.
Dre wants to get us sued. Make an AJ Styles character, but name him AJ Phenomenal. Yeah, that's the Matt Dickey naming strategy. Or it's actually the Japanese knockoff game strategy.
Yeah. Handlebar, will the entrance ramp be more refined? Yep, eventually we're going to circle back on art, and pretty much everything you're going to see is going to be replaced. We just, with one artist responsible for all of the art and animation, he's got to spend time right now animating to get the cage match working, and he can't do anything with the stage yet. It would be
J.A.
nice.
Wilds. I like them trying to help us cover our butts. This is great. It wouldn't be, I don't think AJ would give a shit. I think Vince would give a shit.
Yeah. AJ's always been nice to us, man.
AJ has always been nice to us. It was so nice seeing that. In fact, I might have to. Well, no, I was going to pop that open and show that image, but I'm afraid I'm going to bring the whole thing down. We're stable right now. But if you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ProWrestlingX, we've got one of our old school images. One of our earlier of AJ sporting one of our Believe T-shirts, and it's like I said, it's awesome to see where he's at right now. And Zeron, I'm damn proud of AJ Styles. We are too. I marked hard, and I think his stuff with Dean Ambrose was really fun the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you guys checked out SmackDown tonight. Dean turned heel, and beat the crap out of Cena, which was pretty awesome. Because they're a little short on heels right now, but AJ looked like he's having the time of his life. He's really like he's up to 11 in terms of like turning up the volume on his character, and he's getting on the stick and really selling it. It's really, really fun to watch him.
I agree, man. I totally agree. Are we considering adding hit detection in the future? I'm not sure what you mean, Ralph.
Yeah, explain hit detection.
Yeah, we've got hit detection right now. That's why the guy falls down when you punch him.
Right.
Well, no, I mean...
No, but I said I want to see if he's got a... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He might mean something different than that. When can we get that Grimlock submission for Grimhold? As soon as our...
Which one did we have set up for Grimhold? Was that the backbreaker?
I can't remember.
I don't think it was a Torture X. That might have been like a Jesse Ventura style backbreaker. You know, like
our animator's got plans, man. He just needs more time.
Yep.
Just needs more time. We're just a bunch of guys doing this in our spare time, you know. Especially our animator, our art guy, our programmer. They've all got day jobs to pay the bills, man. Pro Wrestling X is, you know, we're proud of it, and you know, it's kind of taking care of itself, but it's not paying enough to put a crew to work full time, at least not for. I mean, you know, these are real world problems, right? To put a crew together to work on Pro Wrestling X full time, they need to, you know, they need to have some, you know, security. You can't just say, "Hey, quit your job and come to work. I got enough money to hire you guys for a month." It's not very attractive, right? You know.
Although Dave, you're forgetting we're being paid to not finish the game. That's the latest conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, I got to find that and put that in the next newsletter.
God.
Somebody wrote on, I forget where, on Steam was it? And they seriously meant this. They believe that Pro Wrestling X is a scam, of course, and that we are being paid. We are being paid by some
a benefactor.
We're being paid by another game company to not finish Pro Wrestling X, because Pro Wrestling X being in development will discourage any other developer from getting started because we're already, you know, partway along. Is that how it went, Eric? I think that's how the conspiracy went, right?
This is a scam. We're doing it wrong.
We're being paid to stop.
Where's my island?
I know, right?
God.
That's a good one. I love that.
Jesus. Remember, Pro Wrestling X is an inside job. That is the standard conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
Keep firing them, Agron. Yeah, but this is the kind of stuff that we deal with. You know what? Hey, bring the scrutiny. I don't care. We're getting to the point now where, you know, people will talk crap and they're going to do all kinds of stuff, but they're running out of things.
Yeah, I mean, it used to
PWX Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, it used to be that we were a scam in vaporware, but of course
they
shut up
we ripped
about
off the Canadian government. That was the heist of the century.
Yeah,
we took $200,000 of the Canadian government's money and built ourselves an island and floating fortress and
got away with it. Yeah.
Will this game have fans run into the ring? I think eventually we're going to probably get there.
I think you have to.
Yep.
I mean, you can already do interference. All we need is the animation for the guy jumping over the barrier.
It'd be nice to send Brony to just like, all right, free for all, just beat the crap out of him. But
okay. I think Zeron, is this what you guys are talking about? Hit detection. When a wrestler's doing a move, and then you can strike the guy and just prevent. Oh, so you mean like interrupting moves?
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. Yep.
Haven't we accidentally kind of done that? I thought you can interrupt.
I don't think you can interrupt. You can break up submissions.
You can break up submissions and pins, right?
Yep, you can break up submissions and pins, but you can't, like, if I'm in the middle of a brain buster, I can't be speared, for example.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what he's talking about.
I mean, we can experiment with it if people don't think it gets, you know.
I mean, it's just that extra. It's just that added. I know that they have to put in like certain break points so that, like, they're always leaving moments for interaction available. Handlebar, save your money. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, no, let's talk about that.
No, you're right. No, probably elephant in the room.
Yeah, this is all good, man. Everybody's talking. Handlebar's talking about Saturday nights. Saturday nights is a Kickstarter project that launched, I don't know, what, a week ago?
No, more than that, a couple of weeks.
More than a week ago. And they're trying to do essentially the same thing that we're trying to do, which is, a love letter to Aki Games. They have got a few indie wrestlers involved with the game to a certain level, right? So that's their angle. And Handlebar is asking, will there be a Pro Wrestling X versus Saturday Night's Revenge some years down the road? You know what? Actually, I've been talking with the guys running Saturday Nights. I introduced myself, wished them well, and offered to help them in any way I could. I gave them some. I pimped them in the newsletter last week, and I hope they do well, man, because the more the merrier, not to rain on anybody's parade, but in my experience running Kickstarters, that's a really aggressive goal they set, and they're not really trending towards hitting it, with the amount they've raised so far. So, maybe they got something up their sleeve.
No programming, no gameplay.
Yeah, that's the thing, people in recent times have been burnt by Kickstarter. There's a backlash now because so many developers have disappeared. They do a Kickstarter campaign, they take the money, and then you never hear from them again, right? So Kickstarter supporters are kind of savvy to that kind of campaign, and they're demanding that projects be farther and farther along in order to have faith in it to...
Dude, everybody click on the link that Zeron just shared. He was doing some concept art for an arena. He's doing like a Halloween ring.
Hey, that's gonna look cool,
I haven't
man.
seen Light Shot before.
That's cool.
Light Shot is it looks like a service that he's using.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fun.
But about the Saturday Nights, yeah, they posted just a video of them talking with no gameplay video at all, not even any rendered stuff really. So a lot of people are like, sorry man. They've learned that making a game isn't as easy as raising some money. We learned that.
Yeah.
Right?
Learn from our mistakes.
So I think the Kickstarter community is a lot more savvy now, and they know that if you don't have video proof of gameplay, it's risky. It's a lot more risky, right? So they got that challenge Saturday night.
Zeron, I add my props to that. That's looking really cool.
Yeah, that is looking cool, Zeron. So yeah, as far as what else can I say about Saturday Nights, man? I hope they do well. Yeah, there was another Kickstarter too a while back. You remember that one, Eric? It was about 6 months ago. I can't remember the name of it, but I also mentioned it in the newsletter.
I do not remember that one.
But I think it did even worse. I think he raised like maybe $1,000 after a month.
Well, there was one. I know there's been a variety of projects, like even over the last couple of years. It seems like nothing that was no PC game that I was aware of. We had one I thought that was a card game. I thought kind of like a
Should have been.
Oh God, I can't keep it track. But yeah, it's all good. More the merrier,
Yeah, and we don't mean to be snarky. It's just the fact of the matter is, money doesn't make a wrestling game. Period.
Well, they said learn from our mistake.
Yeah, good intentions don't make a wrestling game. If I had to start over again, or if somebody was gonna try to make a wrestling game and crowdfund it, my advice, honestly, man. I would make a game project and I would call it Stickman Wrestling. And I would screw art almost entirely. Literally make it Stickmen. Make it 3D.
The problem is like that would never get funded. You know what I mean? Because art is such a big. Look what happened with Mr. Wrestling 5 on board.
Yeah.
How much that made such a huge difference in our presentation. It's And then, like I said, what would really be interesting is if we would have had Robert originally as our programmer.
Oh man, and that's what I don't want to be crying any sort of false sympathy here, but you guys who've been with the project for now, you've been following it for a while, you've seen the amount of progress we've made.
We just had a first. We got double back to back. It's the grasshopper keeps trying to throw a drop kick. Check this out, guys. You haven't been able to see this yet because I can't do it successfully, but the computer's been doing it. He went back to back trying to drop kick, and both of them blocked it in midair.
What?
That was awesome.
Oh, come on. That was cool. Come on.
I've never been able to get the timing down. We've never been able to show that on our stream before.
Oh, man, that is good. That is good.
Yeah, the guy kind of catches him. It's a little lifty. Like, he kind of lifts him, so it kind of looks like he's lifting him in midair. But, guy tries to throw a drop kick, and he will catch it and, like, kind of throw him to the ground. It looks great. Oh, that was cool. Sorry to interrupt. Anyway.
No worries. I forget what I was talking about.
Agron, any news on Chikara Action Arcade Wrestling? You talk to Dave Horn pretty regularly.
Yeah, I think they got some news coming up. I mean, they're also, I think, I could be wrong here, and Dave, if you're listening, man, I hope I'm not talking out of turn, but I think they're also probably planning for a crowdfunding campaign. They passed green light, and
we're big fans of Dave Horn. Dave Horn goes all the way back with Pro Wrestling X. He has backed us from the get-go and vice versa, and they're completely different types of wrestling games. I have got to try one of his games because I've never actually played one, and he's got more of like an arcade style, a little bit more loose. Weapons. You got blood. You got electricity. All these kinds of fun things that are perfect for Chikara.
Yep.
And so we couldn't be happier for him. I said I'll mark out for Dave Horn. We've had him on this broadcast before.
Yeah, I think they're getting ready for the next big push. So
good for them. Hey, like I said, I root for Dave Horn. Dave Horn has earned his stripes, and he's got releases under his belt, and so
No, see, there's a perfect example. Dave Horn, if and when they decide to do a Kickstarter campaign or something similar, you're going to see the difference. His is going to succeed and do really well because he's not going to launch a Kickstarter campaign until he's got gameplay, good gameplay, and you're going to see it, so that'll be awesome. You know what? We're running close to time here. I'm going to just rip through some questions here. Crowd should come in when the fans get pissed off. Maybe a crowd meter match gets crazy. Of fans throwing trash and rioting. That would be awesome.
That would be fun. I think having a crowd be dynamic could be really, really. I think it'd be hard, but I think there's a lot of potential there for sure.
I want to get crowd ratings for matches as well, and I want different crowds to react.
Like a 5-star or 4.5 star. Yeah, absolutely. A Meltzer rating.
Yeah, and I would like to see it how crowds in different places rate differently, like wrestling in front of a Japanese crowd versus a Mexican crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
That would be awesome. Heaven Spawn likes how the bloodstains on the mat. Will you guys redefine it? Yeah, bloodstains right now are that's placeholder. We're going to redo blood when we circle back to that.
Yeah, it happens every week and mentioned every week, and I agree 100%. And it, like I said, when it's on a light, like the default light ring, it looks fine. Yeah. But you can see like the alpha blending is a little off when you've got it over a dark ring. 'Cause I like the dark rings better. It's not so bright on the monitor. When I'm looking at this thing, so
exactly. Is the stamina system getting refined or even in discussion? It's going to start being in discussion because now we're actually tracking stats and damage and whatnot, as you've seen in the post-match screens. So now's the time we're going to start addressing that kind of stuff. You should have the crowd throw trash in the ring for heels and ribbons for Japanese wrestlers. That would be awesome. And I'm not saying we haven't already discussed that, so stay tuned for that. Yep. Let's see here. Agron, when can we download the music that's in the game? Grimhold's song needs to be a Metallic song. Good point, man. We talked about it. I was throwing up some stuff on SoundCloud or whatever the hell you call it. Yeah. But yeah, we're collecting more than a few songs now, and people seem to like some of it. So, yeah, we haven't.
Could be like value added down the road or something. If you wanted the soundtrack or something.
Well,
that's
what
a lot of indie games do sell their soundtracks. It's like kind of a kind of a thing.
Well,
so
I don't know. Can we even package files in with our Steam download? Like you'd think you could. Like
it's the way that you do it. You set it up. I think as a DLC, component, I believe, or it may even be just like a separate. It might even be just like a separate application.
Separate store item even or something?
Yeah,
I'll have to look into it. As you can tell by listening to our conversation.
Oh, we've got ourselves a final. Okay, so here's the final stats on this one. This ought to be pretty interesting.
Colgan is talking about that other Kickstarter about having no gameplay is really hurting it, and he thinks having so many indie wrestlers in the game is costing them a pretty penny too. That must be taking up a significant chunk of the budget. I have no idea. No idea what kind of deals they got worked out. I can't imagine too many indie wrestlers would not want some kind of compensation, right? So, yeah, good point. Let's see here.
Yeah, so look at those final stats. We cracked the 1,000-point mark for Grimhold there. See,
Damn.
this sounds so stupid, but I can sit here and watch the computer fight each other. I will sit there and I will be the first one out, and it doesn't even bother me. I've been sitting here like watching the other three guys fighting. It's like because it's unpredictable. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, even when I'm watching WWE, it's like you know who's going to win every damn time, and so it's like this is kind of fun that you're sitting here and you just don't have any idea what's going to happen and who's going to kick out, and yeah, it's pretty fun to watch.
Well, see, that's where it's going to be even more fun then when we allow people to start playing with behavior like the Fire Pro games, where you can decide how a guy reacts to getting hit. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Wow, we got a lot of questions through here. Alex Van Dam, he wants that $60,000 demo that I played a while back, as well as that bad backstage mode game that we saw. Honestly, I got no problem giving that to you guys. I just don't know if it's even playable.
Do we have the legal right to charge any of that? Like, could we
charge
do that?
for it? Well, yeah, we do, but what kind of douchebags would charge for that stuff?
Well, if it's a collector's item, I don't know. Revenue, man!
Revenue, yeah. I would just give it away and be embarrassed to even do that.
Until we figure out this plan about having a benefactor. You know, we need like Ted DiBiase, you know, like feeding us, or like, you know, a mystery benefactor to, like, you know, fund us.
No kidding.
You know, until we get that, you know.
Let's see here, guys. We're talking about the Shikara game looking good. I agree, man. It's looking like a Shikara game. Zeron wishes that Matt Dickey did PC games again. He only cares about the mobile market because, you know, PC gamers weren't very nice to Matt, and mobile market is being very nice to Matt. So I don't blame the guy.
Hey, Dickey's another one. Dickey's old school. Dickey has earned his place at the table. Hey, they said, I got nothing bad to say about that guy.
If Pentagon Jr. was in Pro Wrestling X, it would be better than No Mercy. Okay, well, somebody get me Pentagon Jr.'s phone number, and we'll make it happen. Let's see here. Yes.
Question for hardcore fans. Will there be procedurally generated wounds in certain parts of the body? Example, cuts on the leg that could lead to injury in a future career mode. I think integrate. I don't know about procedural. Procedural kind of means like there's like a random factor. I would rather have something happen in the match. You know, like maybe a bad bump or something that maybe leads to a bad neck. But I could easily see, you know, like injuries carrying over in some kind of a, you know, a career mode type of a thing. You know, eventually having a bad neck or a bad leg or something along those lines. So, but I wouldn't necessarily do it from a procedural generation standpoint. That's me anyway.
Cool. Good Old Games provides soundtracks for lots of games they sell.
As does Steam. Yep.
We're talking with a few other stores too, so we'll see what we can do with them. Let's see here. Will we be able to use our own music for wrestler entrance music? Yes, down the road, of course you will. PC Master Race, I agree. Let's see here. Alex loves the stats. Me too. When Titantrons are in, can you put whatever videos you want in it? Yeah. Once we start doing videos, hopefully everything will go smoothly, but the promise is that's what we want to do for you guys. If a backyard wrestler wanted to be in Pro Wrestling X, would you let him be in it? Well, you know, it's not so much letting anybody be in it. It's, is it worth all the resources we'd have to do to make that person's character as opposed to one of our own? You know what I mean? So to put a backyard wrestler in it, and especially if you wanted money, it wouldn't be worth it for us because, you know, we would probably rather make our own character that we own, you know? But down the road, man, God,
Call parts, baby. Call parts.
Every wrestler who ever lived, I want in the game eventually. You know? Backstage mode should look more like UFC. A lot of 6 moves. I agree. Lots of tables, man. I want a jacket for G-Rush, like Warrior uses. Yeah, we can do entrance attire, but we just barely even added entrances, so we're not quite at that point yet, man. You
guys going to have a wrestler hold a hurt part like Uprising did, like the selling? Yep.
Yep, that's just down the road, man. High-risk moves should be penalized with a high frequency of injuries. Okay.
I agree.
I'd like to see botching, man. I want to see that mist moonsault land on your neck. You know?
Yeah. Or overshoot it and hit the guardrail. That's pretty popular.
Slow motion with that sick cracking noise. That's
Mm-hmm. All right, gang. 2-minute warning here. Get your final questions in. I'm getting sleepy, and Dave's got to go. So.
Awesome.
You guys know the drill. Twitter /ProWrestlingX, Facebook.com/ProWrestlingX, ProWrestlingX.com. Don't forget, I always forget to do this every week, but like our channel here on Twitch, because I think you'll get like a little alerts whenever we start broadcasting.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then we're going to try to, what I do is I dump these things to our YouTube channel. I think we have like, it's YouTube like /Pro Wrestling X Game, I think, or something like that. It's really it's a stupid account. We're working on cleaning all that up, but we'll get there.
It's not stupid.
Well, it's stupid the way that I have set it up is stupid. And it just it needs a little love, it needs a little attention, and that's part of the joy that is going to be the 1.0 release.
Hey, nobody go anywhere yet. I got to post a link to chat. If you've been following some of the drama with Steam in the last couple of days, they have changed the way they compile their reviews, their review scores. Now, anybody, of course, can post a review, whether you bought the game or you redeemed a key that you got for free because, people on Kickstarter got a key and whatnot, right? But what they're doing now is only people who actually bought the game through Steam, those reviews count towards your review score now.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, because
redeem. Because people maybe been just giving out keys to spam it.
People have been giving out keys in exchange for positive reviews.
Well, that would have been a good idea. Don't.
But they got rid of that now. So, a lot of guys are always asking, how can we give you more money? What can we buy to help you guys? Honestly, Pro Wrestling X is sitting at mostly positive right now for our Steam rating. And if you want to do anything to help us at all, if you bought the game through Steam and were thinking of giving it a thumbs up or a good review one day, please make that one day today, if you can. There's a link in the chat for our Steam store. I think if you go there and you got your Steam whatever account, you should be able to leave a review and a thumbs up, and Steam will actually count it towards our review score, which really, really, really matters, man. If people come to Steam and see that we're getting mixed reviews or bad reviews more often, that kind of hurts us. So if we can keep the momentum going with the mostly positive reviews, that is the most valuable thing anybody can do to help the project right now.
Yep.
We're not taking your money. Not yet.
Yep. Well,
or any extra
we
money.
may figure out, we're going to try to, because there's a lot of people that have been asking, and it's stupid for us to turn it away, so we may try to figure out some mechanics there of, whether it's just like, hey, buy a hat for $20. It's just something, just something vanity, so that if people want to give us money, we can set that up. But like I said, we're trying to we want to earn it. We don't want any more charity. We don't want any more. Back this project. We want you to be able to get something out of this, and I think we're getting there with this latest thing. I mean, this is just astonishing.
Yeah,
astonishing.
We are not going to be selling DLC or anything while in early access. That's just a really bad move, taking advantage of people. And like I say, we're not going back to Kickstarter to help
Ralph,
get us to 1.5.
Sorry to interrupt, Dave. Ralph, we've retired the PayPal donation button for a while. Like I said, we just don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, we're talking about different things. You know what? If I can just say one more thing I started talking about earlier. You know how Robert has been working on the project, and if you've been following it for a while, you can see the value he's brought to the project. One of the sad things, however, about Robert's involvement is he didn't join the project until after the Kickstarter money had been spent on other developers. He didn't start the project until after we launched on Steam and had that nice little, launch payday. And he wasn't on the team back in the telefilm funding days where we had a studio full of paid full-timers. Robert is easily one of those valuable crew members we've ever had, and the sad thing is he's probably benefited the least from being on the team. You know what I mean? So it'd be nice if we could we could do something nice for Robert.
Well,
I got a little gift I made him. I told you about that. Eh? I don't want to say it on Twitch because he's probably listening. I want to send it to him.
you need to update the site, Eric. Yeah, tell me about it. I sure do. That's going to be one of the things when we hit 1.0. I'm going to launch with a new site. So you are absolutely right, Alex Van Dam.
And on that note, thank you very much to all of you for showing up and giving a shit. We love asking your questions. We like showing you new stuff to prove that we're here and that we give a shit. Thank you so much for Eric for hosting the Twitch. Thank you to our other crew members, Mr. Canada or, Mr. Wrestling 5. And Roberts, our intrepid lead programmer who gave us all this new functionality to show you. It's absolutely amazing the momentum we're starting to build up here and all the goodwill. It's awesome to be able to make wrestling gamers happy. That's all we ever
and thank you for hanging with the Gong Show. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they start off so rough, and then they settle in. I don't know anymore. But but thank you guys for hanging out and hanging around. And I should be able to get this up on Steam tomorrow. I want to do a final sweep and make sure there isn't anything horribly broken or something's really going on. But I think for the most part, we're looking pretty good.
I think the build that you played, I think the button mapping was broken in the build that you played on Twitch tonight, and I think we need a fix for that.
Okay.
I think Robert said he already fixed it, and he just needs to give us the fix.
Okay. Cool.
There's that. Awesome, you guys. Thanks again, especially guys like Zeron, who's like freaking 4 in the morning where he is in Portugal watching this.
Yep, indeed. It's all. Hey, this is so much fun. I really enjoyed it. Sometimes you're like, oh God, I have to do a broadcast tonight. But when you got this build to show off tonight,
couldn't wait. Could not wait, man.
Indeed.
We got the build a few days ago and could not wait to jump on Twitch and show it to you.
Yep.
In fact, I think I'm finally gonna I'm gonna update the video on Steam to show a lot of this new stuff. And
I think it's time to clip some new stuff for sure.
It's time for even a new YouTube video showcase.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, we could keep talking, but it's time to go be a parent. So. Awesome, you guys. Thanks again for making our dreams come true. It's fucking awesome, and we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.